everyone, so this is me with no makeup on at all. I just totally washed my face, and so this is what we're starting with. I thought I would do a video of kind of my foundation routine, my face routine, because every time I do a tutorial I kind of focus more on the eye and the rest of my face is already done. So I thought I would do this video for you so that if you ever want to refer back to how I did my face, you'll know. You can just click on this video. So I'm not going to do any eye makeup at all. I'm just going to go ahead and do foundation. I don't do all the steps that I'm going to do in this video on an everyday basis, like highlighter and things like that. I don't do that necessarily every day, but I figured why not throw it all into one. This is kind of the foundation routine I would do if I was going out for the night or a wedding or something like that. This is all the steps I would do. So to start off, this video is not too long. I start with a moisturizer, and I'm using the Seaweed Mattifying Day Cream from the Body Shop, and I absolutely love this stuff. So I'm going to start off by putting a little bit of this on my face. This actually might be a difficult video to film because I'm using the viewfinder on my camera to see what I'm doing, so if I'm looking over to the side, that's kind of why. I might have to get a mirror, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so now onto foundation. I have a couple ones that I really like, but the one I'm going to use right now is the Revlon Color Stay Whip 24-hour foundation. The color is number 150, which is buff, and it looks like this. And I just find that this is a perfect match for my skin at the moment. So I'm going to take a little bit of this out onto my hand, and then I'm going to be using my Sigma F88 brush. It's angled to buff that in. Okay, so because my camera does everything opposite or backwards, I'm going to be using a mirror to help me out. Hopefully I don't get the mirror in this shot, but I just can't do it any other way. So I'm just putting it on all over, buffing it in, little small circles. Make sure you can see me. This stuff is pretty full coverage. Not that I have a ton to cover anyways, but you don't need a lot. Also making sure to take it down the neck and right to the ear. Alright, so I put it right over my lips. If you can see, if I look deathly, that is why, but I'm just going to put on some lip gloss. I don't know why I do this step, it just makes my lips feel good as I'm going about it, and then they're nice and moisturized for whatever lip gloss I decide to put on. Okay, so next I take my concealer. Right now I'm liking the, I believe it's Maybelline Dream Lumi. I know the whole label is worn off with this thing, but I think it was Dream Lumi, and the color I have is Ivory. So it's just one of those click up pens where you click up a bit of the product and then put it under your eye. If I had blemishes or things to cover, this is the time that I would do that too. I probably wouldn't be using this concealer, but I don't really have anything else to cover at the moment. Sorry, my memory card was full. Not sure where that ended off. And now this is dried a little bit, but normally this is a lot easier to blend in. And I just use my finger under my eye and I drag it down a little bit to blend in with my foundation. Okay, next I'm going to take a powder. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. It looks like this. This is the color Sandstorm 004 and my e.l.f. kabuki brush. And I just set my foundation. You wouldn't need to do this if you have dry skin, but I have pretty oily skin, so hair in my mouth. This just keeps everything looking matte and staying put. Okay, next on to bronzer. This is the NYC Bronzing Face Powder. The color is Sunny. It looks like this. Again, not an everyday thing that I do, but something I do if I'm wanting to do a whole makeup look. Oh, and the brush I'm using is the Sonia Kashuk angled contouring brush, which I really actually like. And I usually start by just sucking in my cheeks, like, and where it kind of, there's a line, so I couldn't talk when I was doing that, where there's a line, I go underneath the cheekbone, and if you've watched any contouring videos, you know what this is all about. I also take it up the sides of my temple and the top of my forehead. Okay, next I take it down the sides of my nose. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just helps define your nose a little bit, and I usually put some underneath my lip. And then the last place I put it is on my jawline. just helps bring out the features of your face, slim out your face, give your face some color, things like that. And I usually drag the bronzer down my neck a little bit so that my neck's a little bit more bronzed. More important in the summer when my body gets really, really dark and I want everything to match. But I still do it now. Okay, next, again, an optional step. I'm using this e.l.f. It's a blush brush, but I like that it's tapered like so for highlighting. The highlighter I'm going to use is from my NYX Dark Shadows palette. It's just part of it. It's right there. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it and then put it on the tops of my cheekbones. Again, this is hard looking in the viewfinder. And just kind of down the side of my temples there, just to highlight. You really don't need much of this, that's for sure. You can take a little bit down your nose and the top of your cupid's bow. Your lip makes your lips look a little bit bigger, and I can use that help. So that's highlighter. Okay, and now for blush. Just like highlighter, there's different products that I like using, so I kind of mix it up all the time. But the blush I'm going to use is again from the NYX palette, and it's this sparkly pink one right here. Just gonna take a little bit on this brush here, and what is this brush from? This is a Joe brush from our Superstore. It's just a blush brush, and I like the shape of it. Just take a little bit. I like to smile a little bit so I can see where my cheeks are and just try and keep it to the backs of my cheeks. Okay, so that's about it for my foundation routine. It definitely varies depending on how much time or effort I want to put in. The last two steps I'm going to do aren't really part of my foundation routine, but I always end up doing them before I do an eyeshadow tutorial, so I thought I would add it into this video, and that is to put on eyelid primer of some sort. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. brand. I always usually have this on before I start the video. Just take a little bit, just helps the eyeshadow stay on better and makes them look a little bit brighter. So I just put a bit of my eyeshadow on my eyelids is what I'm trying to say, and blend it in. And the last thing is eyebrows. I'm using the Annabelle Skinny Brow Liner pencil right now, and it looks like that. And the color, I think it's just blonde. Oh, Universal Light. It's just the lightest color that they have. And it's one of the ones that you can twist up. You don't have to sharpen it. It's like a waxier feel to it. And then I just kind of fill in my eyebrows. I don't have a whole lot going on with my eyebrows anyways, but I feel like it kind of defines them. Just little small strokes. Alright, and that's it. My eyebrows are done, and this is how my face is done before I start any tutorial. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know down below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!